Welcome back to another episode of Reviewing Games. Today we're taking a look at playing Resident Evil Gun Survivor 2 for the PlayStation 2. Recently, we took a look at Resident Evil Gun Survivor that was on PlayStation. Now, I only had the Japanese version of that game. I did go out and buy an American version. I liked it so much, I wanted to play in English and read all the lore and know what items I'm picking up. I liked it so much that I looked around online and saw that there were sequels made. And I wasn't aware, I didn't know about these guys. So today we're taking a look at the sequel, which was Gun Survivor 2 Biohazard. This is a Japanese game. Now, this comes with a gun included. I got the big box version, and it comes with the Guncon 2. Never used this Guncon 2 before, so I thought this might make a pretty cool video. So let's take a look at this today. And of course, we're gonna need a PlayStation 2. Now this is a Japanese PlayStation 2 model. Let's go ahead and unbox this a little bit. Now this is an old one, and it's not complete inside, but you can see here's the controller. Now this was the DualShock 2 controller. This is my favorite controller of all time, guys. They didn't change anything from the DualShock 1 that we got from for the PlayStation 1. This is identical to the original one. Really love this controller. Also included was a AV cable. That's right, guys. This is old. So you got the yellow and the red and the white plugs there that none of the TVs have today. We're gonna actually we're gonna get to that in a little bit, guys. Hang on, because you're gonna need a specific TV to use this light gun with. Okay, stay tuned for that. We're gonna get to that. And what else is in here? So there's a power cable and, I don't know, some promotional materials, manuals. So here's the PlayStation 2, guys. This was the one that sold the most consoles of all time. You take a look at most consoles sold of all time. PlayStation 2 is number 1. And I believe it, because at the time, not only did it play PlayStation 2 games, it played DVDs, which were just starting to explode in popularity. And it also played PlayStation 1 games through backwards compatibility, which is awesome, because there's a lot of great games on PlayStation 1. You can see here it has the 2 controller ports. Now it has 2 memory card slots. That's right. No internal memory on this thing, guys. You had to buy a memory card. And you can see there's 2 USB ports there. I don't know what that little, it looks like another port there beneath that. I don't know what the hell that is. And it has a disk drive. And here we go, talking about the TV. Here's my Sony Trinitron. Had to pull this out. This thing's heavy, guys. I had to carry this all the way to this table. So yeah, you're gonna need a CRT to play light gun games. And here is the Gun Survivor 2 box. This is awesome. I love this box. This is so cool. This box is about the size of a NES Classic Edition box. This is so cool. With the Code Veronica artwork there on the front there. Is this whole game Code Veronica? I don't know. ahead and unbox this. And this is nice. Right on the top there's your game. So nice. And here's the back. Of course, this is a Japanese game, so I can't read anything on here. Underneath that was a little cardboard window. Underneath that is another cardboard box. And underneath that was some promotional material pamphlets. There's the manual. Just sitting down there, just chilling. And if you open this other box, well, there's your gun. Nicely wrapped plastic. Wow. Take a look at this, guys. This is so cool. Whoa, there's like a little D-pad on the back here. What the heck is that for? A couple different sides there. Button on the side. I don't know what that does. It's very stiff. There's a D-pad back here. And there's another button on the other side. And then there's two other buttons that are kind of mushy. And then there's the front there. And a very long cord. Now, this cord has a... looks like a video AV cable. It's two-pronged. One prong is the yellow AV cable. The other prong is a USB cable. Okay. And you also get this other cable included, and it's like really weird. It's like this crazy AV cable. Looks like the video cable, but it's got a pass-through on one side of one of them. I don't know, guys. We're going to have to take a look at this in a second here. Okay, and then underneath that was this crazy... Now, look at this diagram, guys, to set this up. Because I'm so glad that this was included. I probably wouldn't have been able to figure this out. So it looks like the USB plug plugs into the USB port on the front of the PS2. The gun's AV cable... the video cable, the yellow cable, it plugs into the back end. So, okay. What? It plugs in. So the second cable that comes with the system, with the gun, I'm sorry, that weird cable, it has like these two yellow video cables, plugs. One of them has two female ends, and the other one has one female end and one male end. So the two female end side, the video cable coming from the gun plugs into one of those holes. Now the male and female end of that same plug, the male end plugs into your TV, and then the PS2 video plugs into the back of that. What is this, guys? This is crazy. This daisy chaining. Okay, well, once you can figure that out, you're getting close to playing. So let's go ahead, plug all that stuff in. Plug it into the back of the TV here. Let's go. Go ahead, pop the game in. classic PlayStation 2 startup. Now we are going to want to switch over. For game capture, I'm going to need to use my Framemeister XRGB Mini, and that's going to be going into Elgato. And to do that, to give you guys the best quality picture, we're going to have to use the component cables that I have, and that's the YCB. You're going to have to switch over to YCB PBCR/PR, whatever the hell that means. You're going to have to, and it was hard for me to figure out how to do that because I can't read Japanese in the menus here, but once you have that figured out, I can capture this pretty good. But also, I just want to say that my CRT TV doesn't have any volume out. It's broken. So I'm going to take the audio signal. I'm going to take the audio from the game capture and use that for anytime you see me using the gun. And this might look a little wonky or something, but this was the best I could do. I don't have this is the only CRT TV I have that still works. Anyway, once you have the game in, you can adjust. Immediately goes right to adjusting the gun. I guess it detects that you have it, and this works really well. To be honest, it's pretty accurate. I'm sitting probably 2 to 3 feet, maybe 3.5 feet away from the TV. So I don't know if I'm too close or not.
Biohazard.
Now you can choose your character here. You could be Claire Redfield from Resident Evil 2, or you can be Steve. Oh, these characters are from Code Veronica. Okay, so stage 1 is the prison. Oh, you got a little cutscene here, which is pretty cool. Noticing that there's no voice acting or dialogue. I don't know if my game is like messed up or not, or there's just no voice acting in this game. Right off the bat, you're in Code Veronica, first person, and you're shooting with the light gun. This is pretty cool. And the zombies are going to be coming out. Take that, zombie. Drop them. Pop off a little bit here. Whoa, Steve. Watch out, Steve. the arrows are kind of showing me direction and where to go here. Oh, Steve's popping off. Okay, let's go. I'm just gonna follow these arrows, sorta.
Contamination detected. Level S. Instruction A. Executed. All personnel evacuate immediately. Biohazard contamination detected. Level S. Instruction A. Executed. All personnel evacuate immediately. Detected. Level S. Instruction A. Executed. All personnel evacuate immediately. Biohazard contamination detected. Level S. Instruction A. Executed. All personnel evacuate immediately. Biohazard.
Oh, watch out! There's Nemesis. There he is. Oh, he's crashing in, so he's crashing the party. Is he in this? Was Nemesis in Code Veronica, guys? The heck? I want to talk about the controls. So when you're using the gun, you are using the D-pad to move your character forward, backwards, and to turn left and right, you use those two big buttons on the side of the gun. So the left button on the left side will turn your character left. You'll turn left. The right button will make you turn right. So that's how that works. It actually works pretty well once you get used to it, the hang of it. What is this? Oh shit. That guy. Oh, he's a boss in Code Veronica. Oh my god. Oh no, dude. Yo, this is crazy, man. What? Oh my god, dude. Take that, sir. Okay, so the time was 14:56. E, what? All right, stage 4 was private residence. Okay, right off the bat, Nemesis is looking pissed. What's his problem? What is up with the timer? I'm out of time. Oh, the dogs are out. Oh my god, everything's exploding, dude. Okay, well, at least I got a password. I don't have a memory card plugged in, guys. But anyway, that was Resident Evil Gun Survivor 2, Code Veronica for the PlayStation 2 Japan. This is awesome. And there's 2 more Gun Survivor games, so there's 4 total. I have the 3rd one, guys. We're going to take a look at that one in the future. Just want to say thank you very much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys next time.
Evacuate immediately. Biohazard contamination detected. Level S. Instruction A. Executed. All personnel evacuate immediately. Biohazard contamination detected. Level S. Instruction A. Executed. All personnel evacuate immediately. Biohazard contamination detected. Level S. Instruction A. Executed. All personnel evacuate immediately. Biohazard contamination detected. Level S. Instruction A. Executed. All personnel All personnel evacuate immediately. Biohazard contamination detected. Level S. Instruction A. Executed. All personnel evacuate immediately. Biohazard contamination detected. Level S. Instruction A. Executed. All personnel evacuate immediately. Biohazard contamination detected. Level S. Instruction A. Executed. All personnel evacuate immediately. Biohazard contamination detected. Level S. Instruction A. Executed. All personnel evacuate immediately. Biohazard